Hello and
Hey,
welcome.
Hello.
Hey, and welcome to Stars I Shall Find, a Star Trek Adventures campaign. We are so happy to be back. We took a week off because, yeah. Oh my gosh. I heard myself, so that's good. That's good.
That means the sound is working.
It means the sound
yeah,
is working. Yay. Okay.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. You're fine. We just have do a little sound check because I'm paranoid that our sound will never work, but it's fine. Anyway, welcome to Queers Guild. Welcome to Stars That Shall Find. We are coming off of a little bit of a break, a week break, but it's fine. We're here. We're here now, and we're ready. So, let me just. Okay. So, unless there's any, and I don't think there's any announcements we have, Vico, right? Or Moon? I don't think we have anything.
nope.
No. Okay. So, if this is where we put the interstitial little intro music and scene and stuff like that, but we don't have one yet. I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna say that every episode until we get one. I will will it into existence.
I have a full-time job, Avery.
In my defense, I've started Dragon Age Inquisition, so I haven't even finished the character portraits yet, and that is my fault. That's fully my
No.
fault.
How long have you been in the hinterlands?
I got that done pretty quickly, I'll have you know.
Eat all of it?
Yeah?
That look is saying no. Not sure if I quite trust that look, Griff.
Anyway, welcome to Star Trek Adventures, where we talk about Dragon Age.
Obviously.
Five
I know.
sirens just went past my window simultaneously, so that's city living.
That's
City
the thing.
living.
You're
Hell
not wearing a
yes.
Star Wars shirt today, Vico, by any chance?
I'm wearing a Doctor Who shirt.
Okay, alright. Slightly more acceptable.
As we continue with referencing media properties that are not the one we're playing in.
Yeah.
Yep.
I could do a Doctor Who game. I would love to play in a
Gosh,
Doctor Who game.
yes.
I would love to play a Doctor Who game.
I would not trust myself to run a Doctor Who game, but I would absolutely play in one.
Yeah, I don't
How
know if
would
I could.
one run?
I don't think I know enough about Doctor Who.
That's the best way.
So Vico's running the Doctor Who game. That's what I'm
Yeah.
hearing.
Oh, okay, cool.
Just kidding.
If I had the materials to run it, I would throw one together for you guys. But I don't have
Good to know.
any.
There's stuff out
I
there.
will keep that in mind.
We'll get in touch.
Cubicle
We'll talk.
7 has an awesome Doctor Who RPG.
Welcome to
Okay,
Stars I
we're
Shall
playing Star
Find, where
Trek.
we talk about games that we're not actually playing right now.
Yeah.
Games
Anyway.
that we will play.
Okay. So now that we're done talking about things that we aren't playing, let's talk about things that we are playing, and let me recap what happened last episode. So I put it in the
Oh,
chat.
boy.
I put it in the chat, but I will repeat it here just for everyone else's sake. So after the wrong one. There we go. Able to get the power. I was looking at the wrong recap. Retake. Take two. There we go. Able to get the power running for a limited time, the crew scrambled to get the ship's systems back online. With the sensors back online, the crew realized they're on a collision course with a black hole, one that seemed to have formed after the collapse of the star, going supernova. The captain and Daru make their way to the ship that has lodged itself within the ship. So it's a ship within a ship, which everyone realized towards the end of last session that it was a Federation ship lodged in the hull of the Gwen and not some kind of alien ship that maybe some people thought. Let's see. As well, Dr. Mabrin also was going off and treating wounds and being heroic and awesome, as always.
But not nearly dying this time.
Not nearly dying this time. Very, very carefully avoiding.
Sure.
Yes, everyone. We managed to avoid a lot of contact with these strange creatures that seem to be prowling in throughout the ship. So let's pick up with the captain and Daru.
Alrighty.
Alright. So at the end of last session, we used our last momentum to carry power forward to this scene.
Yes.
Yes,
So we still have power.
you still have power.
So we still have power.
Oh, and there was the wormhole between the hallway and the room we were trying to get.
So we are attempting to get. Well, I don't actually know what we're attempting anymore. We had been attempting to get to deck 16 to check out where the subspace Boston Dynamics not dogs are coming from
Yes.
and cut them off.
And we
I'm
figured
just
out that
gonna
they were
keep
coming from the
branding things.
I believe we figured out that something pointed us to go to the ship, right? There was something in the ship or something.
You definitely detected traces of tetryon particles emissions that basically led you to where the ship is.
Situla ran a scan of the ship,
Mhm.
and there were some subspace
There was some subspace bullshit.
subspace nonsense. No life signs outside of subspace. So no like regular humanoid life signs that we could.
No life signs on
Okay.
the ship. It's on the ship itself. They're yeah. It depends on. Did you ask if there are life signs on the deck itself, like humanoid?
Yes.
Not
We had asked
that were not
had
the
been
crew.
found out. I think that had been
So-
found out.
we scanned outside of the Gwen.
Mhm.
There were no additional ships in proximity. The star is now a black hole, and we're in a degrading orbit.
Yes.
We scanned inside the ship that came into the Gwen. Not the Gwen, but we scanned inside the other ship.
Okay.
Not dogs jumping around. It's a Federation civilian ship with no life signs in regular space. There are no other hull breaches in the Gwen aside from the structural damage to decks 15 through 19. And our engines are currently inoperable. Those are all the notes I have from the scans that Situla ran.
Okay.
So we didn't ask about life signs on the Gwen in terms of
I thought
humanoid life signs.
Okay.
Or if we did, we didn't get that information.
I don't remember. I remember you asking specifically about the ship, but I don't know about the rest.
Well, I trust Kai's notes,
Yeah.
considering I take very few of them. So we will go with that.
Okay.
But
so
there is
you,
a fissure
yes,
in
there is
the
a
hull on deck 16.
there is so where you're standing in a corridor, and there is I believe I said it was a cargo bay door,
Yeah.
shut. It's shut right now, but you can detect in the hull in the hull of the bulkhead of the door. There's some microfissures that's leaking oxygen out, but also in the fabric of space-time, there is a subspace rift.
Yes.
And we had figured out that it would be possible with the evac suits to walk through that.
It would have to
Yeah,
be.
we had figured
yes.
out that would be possible. Okay.
It is a possibility. Yes.
We also had figured out that if Rosie is able to get a containment field that could potentially strand us if we choose to go through the wormhole.
Right.
Because it would cut off. So timing is really important.
And communication is still...
Well, things are...
No, we have
so-
communication.
Yeah. Communications are up right now
Between
because
us
the
and
ship has
Rosie.
power. Yes, everything's
Yes.
up right now.
Right. Okay. I mean, Daru's going to leave it up to the captain as to what happens.
Now that we've talked about it, I kind of want to get a sense of if there are any life signs on the other side
Of the door?
before we.
Okay. Why don't you make a... unless you want to relegate this to someone else to do it, but if you want to figure this out, I would have you roll.
Can I contact Situla?
Yeah, you can use like contact Sigilla. Just a quick
Hey.
ping.
Lieutenant Situla?
Yes, Captain?
Can you, well, we've got power running. Could you run a scan of decks 15 through 19 and give me a sense of what kind of life signs we've got, how many of our crew are stuck on decks that have been compromised, if there's any unusual readings beyond that. Lieutenant Daru and I are ready to head into the area of the hull breach. I just want to get a sense of what we might encounter.
Absolutely, Captain. Let me scan that for you. So,
Okay. Make a reason science check. I'll set this
Okay.
at difficulty 1. So you're
with
just...
the ship.
Yes, the ship will help as
Assisting.
well. Yes, so the ship will roll sensors science.
That is
Anything?
a 2 and a 5.
Woo!
Wow.
Nice.
And a 5.
So that's 2
Do
successes.
you have any focuses?
I don't think so.
None, I think that would...
None for sensors, I don't think.
Starfleet protocol.
You've tried pulling this before. Yeah.
Starfleet Protocol taught me how to run the scans.
The ship got an 11, so that's a success from the ship.
So it's 3 successes. Bleh. Successes, so you gain 2 momentum.
Yay!
Nice. Also, Kai, the very nice pink D20 that you sent me is the one that rolled the 2.
Nice.
Yay!
I'm very pleased.
Okay. So just so I know what I'm telling you, you're trying to figure out if there's any crew members still on the 2 decks that are hull breached.
I want to know, basically, what I really want to know is what's on the other side of these doors and what living beings am I going to encounter. But on the whole, I'd just like to know, is like 500 of my 1,000 person crew trapped in here, or is it like 12, or are they all sucked out into the vacuum of space and there's nobody?
So there's about
Like-
87 crew members between these 2 decks that are still on the decks themselves. They're all alive, some of them are unconscious, maybe because of lack of oxygen. There we go. But they are still alive. They will need medical attention for sure. But on the other side of this cargo bay doors, there's no life signs. The only thing that's on the other side of those is the ship.
Excellent.
No.
And because we have high resolution sensors, we get +1 momentum for questions when
Oh,
we use our sensors. I wrote that down on my cheat sheet of the things that the ship can do. So,
And you get
We
one.
And Sichla, as science officer, don't you get
Yeah,
a
I also
bonus
get
question
a
if we
bonus.
spend momentum for obtain
Yeah.
information?
Yeah. So anything that has to do with internal scans, I'll let you ask.
I would like to crowdsource from my crew.
I kind of want to
What
know
else
if there are
we-
any humanoids on board that were not on board
That's what I was going to say.
earlier.
Any
There is
additional non-crew member humanoid life science?
No, none.
okay.
No intruders or anything besides the intruders that you've seen.
So
Besides the not
the ship
dogs.
that crashed into us did not bring people with it, unless the people on it were the not dogs.
Well, there's more than the Nod Dogs. There's the weird centaur-like thing.
Yeah,
There's the not
And-
dogs and the not dogs' ugly cousins.
Hmm.
and then
So
the big
there's
guy.
there's a couple. There's the
which
big
you've only
guys.
seen once.
There's a couple things, and we didn't really stop and ascertain their level of sentience, intelligence, or their ability to pilot.
We did
Federation
when we
starships.
first encountered them in the corridor when it was me, Takin and Sichler. We did try to measure at least the not dogs what their level of consciousness was.
Yeah, I did try to talk to it, and it didn't respond.
Yeah, nah.
Just a
Did-
question.
Did
Oh.
we get a... Oh, go ahead.
Just a question for me. When you mention life signs, and don't read into this, when you say life signs, do you mean living or dead, or both?
Both, I would say.
My preference would be both. But
Oh,
I living,
I,
not for.
dead people life signs? Avery, are there zombies?
That's why Avery said don't read into it.
I said don't read into it.
You
I'm
say
asking.
that, but also, how could we not?
This has turned into The Walking Dead, and
No.
anyway, I think it would be up to Sichela's interpretation, because the captain would just say what they said.
I
How many
would
of the
want
crew
to
are there?
scan both for people who are alive and also to see how many people we've lost. So
Hmm.
Okay.
I would scan for dead.
Okay. Then you.
Since I'm not the one running the scan, I think it would
I'm gonna
be
count this. I'm gonna count this as
whatever
your
visual
second
level.
question, because I would think logically you can scan for living signs, because the computer will scan for the heartbeat and the brain activity, and that's how you know someone's alive, or if someone's alive. Yeah. But then to scan for organic material of previously living tissue, that's going to be a further intensive scan. So you can detect about two deceased crew members and one deceased something, or just deceased person in the ship. in the ship.
Do we, based on
I'm
what
so
was
sad that I'm
scanned?
not visible on the stream because I'm giving Avery my best. That sounds sus.
You are visible on the screen.
You are
Am
now.
I?
You are now.
I am now.
For now, at least.
Do we, based on the scans that were done last session, know the size of the ship? Can we make a guess as to what type of ship it is?
It's
How many crew it might have had initially?
Am I familiar with the type of ship?
Oh, you have ship recognition, don't you?
I don't, but I have
Been on a lot of ships.
I have a
Yeah.
focus in helm operations, and I have a pretty decent con. So
Okay. I would let you roll, but you haven't seen the ship, and I don't think you've seen the scans
So
of
the
the ship.
scan wouldn't tell us?
The scan,
Citula looking at the scans wouldn't be able to know?
if you want to spend a momentum and get that information, I can tell you.
Okay, no, that's fine.
I mean, we'll know in a minute.
I'm not.
We are going
yeah,
in.
That's fine.
But
Yeah, we're getting to a point where like I can only answer so many questions as a GM, and
No, yeah.
where if you want to find the answers, you're just gonna have to go and do something.
yep. Great.
So what we doing?
Captain Christian to Dr. Mabrin.
Here, Captain.
Lieutenant Daru and I are getting ready to enter the compromised decks to ascertain what can be done about the hull breach. I have information from scans done by Lieutenant Situla that we have at least 87 crew members trapped in these decks with varying levels of consciousness.
Okay.
If you have any staff you can spare, I would like to take a couple medical personnel with us when we go in.
Oh, I can arrange that. This is the part where I try and look telepathically down the camera over at Avery and go, which one of the dads shall we kill off?
Don't do this to me!
We've confirmed that not Caden, Zada.
Oh.
The other one's Zada, right? If I remember correctly.
Yes.
The other one is Zata, yes.
Zata is confirmed, was on deck 15, so he's closest.
Mm-hmm. That is so true.
Okay.
And he has done combat medicine before.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want me to pull up his sheet, or do you want to pull up his sheet?
I can pull up a sheet.
Okay.
Do you know who else is on deck 15, Rue?
Me.
Yeah, Maverick.
You.
Yeah.
You could join
Okay,
us.
I'd rather lose
yes, I
Zada
was going
than
to
the
anyway, but,
CMO.
No, my
I like how you're like, well,
died
it's
with all
certain
my
death. So.
information on it.
I'm assuming someone is going to die tonight.
I mean, hopefully it's not going to be one of us. It's fine. But no, from what I understood it, everyone from the... And this is where I'm starting to worry. It's because we've got med bays lowered down the ship, and I think there's one on like 18?
Hang on, let me check.
From what I remember. So
I have the
theoretically,
manifest.
we should already have a doctor on deck 18.
Unless they died.
No, there's a sick bay on deck 20. That's where it is.
Deck
Also,
20.
that's just not
Okay.
as exciting as sending Zada into the ship with us.
Don't worry, I'm just booting up my laptop again. Come on. This thing is almost 10 years
So
old
we
now.
will
Wow.
wait for whatever medical personnel
Mhm.
shows up, and we
We have, I think,
I
two...
can't remember.
security officers with us as well?
Yes, you do. You have, I think I named them as Saurian and a Bolian with you.
Yes.
Ensign Zuck and Ensign Saul.
Yep.
Yes.
So, yep, I got him. Wrote that down.
Wow, the captions do not like the word ensign.
Well, there it goes.
Hey, they got it.
I will also pass along to Mabrin that whoever is coming in with us needs an EV suit.
Okay.
So they
How
can
many
grab
EV
one
suits do
on
we
their
have?
way.
How many EV suits do we have, Captain?
We spent momentum for those.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
for
you
everyone
spent.
in the scene to have
Yeah.
EV suits.
So you can do the
We
same
spent
thing.
2, pretty sure.
You spent 2, yeah. Because they will help you immensely compared to like just having like oxygen like rebreathers or something like that, which would only cost like 1.
We went
So.
full on suits. Because if there's no gravity in there, it's like no one to go flying away.
Yeah. So
Okay.
if we need to spend momentum for more of those for medical crew, I'm okay doing that.
Okie dokie.
That will mean we don't have the momentum to carry power over to the next scene, though.
Yeah.
Would
in
it be
other
2
words-
more momentum for Zada to get an EV suit as well? Or does that count for this scene?
Just for everyone in the scene, I would say 2 momentum.
Okay,
I'm not going to be
cool.
that big of a jerk.
Okay.
No,
Bless you.
every single EV suit for every single character costs 2 momentum.
2 momentum. Ah.
Because we spent the momentum like 2 sessions ago, so I don't remember.
You spent it last session because that's when you arrived on this deck, on deck 16.
Yeah, I don't remember exactly what we...
I remember I gave you the option
So I know
of...
Zat is with me.
So you know Zat is with you. Believe
There was
you
a
have...
bunch of people that went down before us, and I think we've essentially like set up like a sort of triage situation on deck 15 with everyone that we could find at that point.
What had happened was, you sent everyone, and they started to go down, but once they hit deck 15, they started helping out who they could on deck 15, but they couldn't get past that because it was sealed off. The captain used, once with the power back on, the captain used an override, or Captain or Dario used an override to actually access deck 16. So,
Question.
which is, yes.
Since the reason why the EVIS suits are so important is because we don't know if it's just like a lack of atmosphere in the breached area or if like there's gravity issues, etc. Can't we just do a scan for that? Sounds like something that we could do a scan for.
So
I will just give it to you just for clarification and so we can sort of keep moving. I won't have you roll, so I will tell you because the power is back on, there is gravity. So it is just a matter of the fact that the oxygen is the atmosphere, the life support there is starting to deplete because.
But when we got the EV suits, we didn't know that.
Yes, you didn't.
Power hadn't gotten back on yet. So.
I will also say that one of my goals with the EV suits is in case we need to get on that other ship, we don't know the status of life support on that ship at all.
Oh, good point.
And we can't.
Plus, if the power goes out.
Yeah.
Yes, if the power goes out, then things will.
So.
Okay. Right.
We'll have to make more doctors.
I mean, I've barely got the Delta shift on here properly anyway, so, you know. Yeah, so I'm bringing, obviously, myself and Zata and Takin as well, because they've had prior experience with this sort of shit.
The 3
I have a couple of
Buffett
counselors that
doctors.
could as well, but I don't think they want to bother with this sort of thing.
Yeah, I think Rue did just like look at that little graph of Buffett's doctors and say, all right, I'll take these 3. And
He did in fact make a graph of
Oh, I
Buffets
still
to
have
doctors
somewhere,
that does
yeah.
actually exist.
Yes.
A Buffett stuff.
brings
Yeah,
me
I
so much
refuse
joy.
to share it with you until I know it's finished, but I know I've got it.
You are
so-
amazing, Rue.
All right. I would like to spend our last 2 momentum to get all our medical staff EV suits.
Okay.
Mhm.
You definitely
We
have
will
those,
not
so.
be able to carry power into the next scene.
Okay. Threat. You can always give me threat.
Or I could not
Because you
do
need
that.
so much more of that.
You
You
have
could
so
not do
much.
that, yeah.
Avery,
I-
just remind me how much threat you have at the moment.
A number.
You have
She
a number.
I
starts
know
each
how much
session
the
with
GM
2
starts
per
with.
member.
Less than 20.
Yeah. There's also the caveat in the rulebook that says the storyteller can add threat according to how threatening the situation is. So, yeah.
Honestly,
that's
like-
amused me so much.
Honestly, I feel like adding a rule where, like, if you just keep asking me questions, every question I'm just gonna keep adding.
Yeah.
You've been asking me a lot of questions this
I'm
session.
not asking
Because we
questions.
don't remember.
Avery has
Let's
It has
go.
been
Let's do
16
this.
years since we met, and I remember nothing anymore. I would like to contact Lieutenant Brosie.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
I know that you and your crew are working as hard as you can. I want to let you know that I have a small team with me. We are going into Deck 16 to assess the structural damage. And we will also hopefully be removing the ship that has breached our hull.
That'd be great.
If you could prioritize getting engines online while we take care of that, please do not engage any subspace containment fields until I give you the all clear.
Aye, sir. Anything need me to do about the, the thing I'm not apparently supposed to talk about?
I love Rosie.
Just get our engines online as quickly as possible without compromising yourself or the health and safety of our crew.
Right. Okay. Yes, sir. We're not sure how much power you have left. Some of the. So I'll spare you the
Understood.
scientific jargon. I'll spare you the scientific jargon. It's burning out quickly, but so don't be surprised if power goes out again. But we're working on it. So.
Excellent.
If you want, just a GM clarification, you are already on deck 16.
We are just
Captain.
going into these specific reach.
You are going into a cargo bay on deck 16.
Mhm.
I just want to make, because you mentioned talking about going into deck 16. You're already there. So,
Okay.
if you want me to have Brosie make another check to see if she can keep the power running, it'll be
I
really
would
difficult.
love
So, she can.
Does she have any values?
Let me see. I think I spent one last session, but because it's a
Oh,
new
I think you
session,
did.
but it's a new session, so I can
Yes,
I can do it
Get it
again.
back. I think having power is important enough to spend it. Value.
I think having power is very important. I just think having engines is slightly more important for us right now.
Yeah, get us out
Good
of
point.
here.
So, captain's call if
The-
the value.
The
Yes.
decaying
Power
orbit
up.
to the black hole is a little bit.
So yeah, she can focus on getting engines up now. Why isn't this going on? Sorry, 1 second. I need to reload this page. Come on, internet. You can do it. There we go. Okay. So tell me what she's working on. So she's working solely on engines right now? And if the power goes out, then if the power goes out?
Yes.
Okay. So she will burn her determination. If it's broke, make it better. So that's...
Well,
I love her so much.
What does she have? She could use her jury rig. Her jury rig spend to see if that works, but she definitely has focus. Warp field dynamics and improvisation definitely would apply. So I'm setting this as difficulty 4. And I'm going to increase the complication range. I'm going to spend a threat to increase the complication range by 1.
Oh no.
Okay.
and is the ship rolling? No, the ship is broken. The ship is not rolling.
Ship it would not be rolling for this. She's trying to repair the ship, so
Right.
So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 successes. So you gain 1 momentum.
Woo!
Wow, Rosie.
Yeah, Brosy.
Just rolled a 7 and a 3.
Nice.
All right. So you gain 1 momentum. Engines are back up. So you get a hail,
Can
Captain.
we start moving, please?
She's just like, I don't know how long the power's going to last, but the engines are on. If you want to get out of here, we should get out of here now.
Excellent. I'll relay that up to Lieutenant Scott. Thank you.
Hi, sir.
Captain Cruision to Lieutenant Scott.
Yeah. What's how's it going down there?
I'm preparing to enter the area of the hull breach with Lieutenant Daru and a small medical team. Lieutenant Brosy has gotten our engines back online. Can you
that's
get
alright.
us the hell out of here?
If the ship's working, I'll make it move.
The ship is
I
working. Make her move.
told you to do things earlier. That's my bad. Wasn't really thinking that through in the moment, but we can probably talk about that later.
Not a problem. Get us out.
Will do.
You have the con.
All right. So you run over to the con station on the battle bridge. The battle bridge is it's like really small. It's really compact in here. It's like all the seats are really close to each other. It's a little uncomfortably close, but you sit down and you start tapping on the keys. Make a let's see, control con check. I'm gonna set this at a difficulty of 3.
Okay, give me a sec. I'm not in my usual place of residence, so none of my things are with me, including any of my dice.
That's okay. That's what virtual dice are for.
So
Oh, I
Exactly.
thought you meant like
And I gotta
in
pull my-
character in game. Like, this is not where I usually drive the ship from.
I'll say that.
I mean, that's also
That
true.
too.
This isn't my
It's
beautiful
probably
house.
throwing him a little bit.
This isn't my
He's like,
beautiful wife.
This isn't how I usually do this. I don't love that. Okay. So, what was this roll on?
Control con.
Is
Okay.
there ship assistance or
Yes, the ship will assist with structure con. Or engines con, because we have the engines up now. So
Yay, engines.
Okay. So, how many of these dice am I supposed to roll? I'm so sorry.
2d20 unless you want to buy a third dice.
Okay.
we
Um,
don't have any momentum left?
We have
Yeah,
one
We
moment.
got one from
Oh.
Brosy.
we can
Would you like to
probably
buy
save
a
that
die?
one. My combination score is pretty high, so
I was gonna say this should be your best shit.
yeah, control and con, bet your ass. It is literally the best combination I could possibly have.
Nice.
Okay.
You are the pilot.
I am indeed. Okay, so hang on a second. Let me figure out how to roll dice online.
Google roll 2d20.
Okay. And so trying to beat a 17, I have a 3 and a 7.
Okay, what are your focuses?
Ooh.
My focuses are navigation, helm operations, evasive action, Starfleet protocols, composure, math,
Oh,
and
yeah.
the Uniform Code of Justice.
Oh yeah, you're good. You got, so that's 2 successes with your 3, and then the next one with your 3rd success. And
So you
any
got
help?
3 successes.
Yep.
I rolled a 2.
So that's
Ooh,
what's?
That's 2 more.
The ship's con score is a 2.
Hey, that's 2 more.
Woo! Nice.
Nice.
So
So
that's 5 successes.
So you gain 2 momentum.
So
So
we're
you're at
three
3 now. Hey, look at that. Everything's coming up. All right.
Look at that.
So
I still don't trust you.
love you too. All right. So you tap on the keys, and you feel everyone on the ship feels the ship lurch ever so slightly as you're literally fighting the gravitational pull of a black hole as you're turning the ship around and pulling it, and you can. So are you just going to try and get as far away as possible? Try to put yourself in a stable orbit.
Yeah,
just-
I want to be. I don't want to like just completely get out of Dodge, because there's probably something going on here that we still need to deal with. But I definitely want to do everything and anything that I can to get us out of the path of the black hole situation.
Okay.
And to a stable, like a stable orbit. Yeah.
Yeah, so easily enough you can adjust the pitch and the yaw of the ship, and it just and then it just steadies out. So everyone on the ship goes like, whoa, and then it levels out. And you are in a stable orbit, just easily enough. Just a quick burst of the engines, just that little bit helps, and then I don't know if we want to end the scene there, but right as soon as that happens, the power goes out.
Okay. And yeah, through this whole process, anytime I have like a second of downtime, I do have one eye on Situla to make sure everything is okay over there.
Okay.
How do you seem, Situla? What am I observing? How are you
What do your
doing?
Kelpian eyes see?
Like a somewhat disgruntled cat.
Oh.
And every time I notice that you're looking and like assessing, I'm kind of like, I'm fine. Like waves a hand, like stop. Focus on you. I'm good.
Like one of those Sphinx cats who's like, I'm not mad. I just want you to know. Sit over here.
Good
Yeah.
over here, and you just look like
Amazing.
Okay. All right. So back to you, Captain. What are we doing?
All right. We have our team. There are 7 of us. We are going to head in. I presume that our security have been trained well enough at this point that they will not let me kick down the doors and go first. So I will let them.
Yes.
Very much not, Captain. Respectfully, no.
You also have a Bajoran medical officer glaring holes in the back of your EV suit helmet.
I assume that no
remember
one is
the
happy
Vivian
that I'm
accident.
there with them, but they get to suck it up because they can't say anything.
Yeah. I
Very
did
much
roll a
like-
clearance check and rolled really well.
Okay.
So there is nothing visible on Daru's face. However, internal dialogue is basically, why is the captain here? I can't believe the captain's here, but I know I can't do anything about it. But why is the captain here?
Okay, I feel like Starfleet should be used to the captains just always being all up in everyone's shit.
That doesn't mean the security officer has to like it.
The only
I mean,
thing I'm
to be
getting from
fair-
this is that no one has actually read Oprah's file.
No. But like, to be fair, Picard didn't like mooch around on away missions that often, unless it was like a little bit guaranteed it was safe.
Mm-hmm.
That was Picard.
Picard was
though.
the only one,
That was
to be
Picard,
fair.
I know, but still.
The rest of the captains.
I
feel like-
Daru,
I feel like security, like training in the academy, includes like how to keep your captain alive when they start doing dumb shit,
How
they
to
insist
handle
on
your
coming on the away
captain.
mission.
leading from the front.
It's not an away mission, it's our own ship.
Hmm.
Okay.
Loopholes.
Haha.
Okay.
So Daru's in front, and then 2 people, security officer, 2 people, security officer.
Okay.
Right? 'Cause there's
7.
I don't remember how many doctors there are.
Mhm.
So 2
7 of
and then
you.
1, whatever.
So yeah.
Security officers interspersed with medical and captain.
Okay.
So I'm going to go in.
All right. You step forward. You know where this fissure, this sort of split, this rift in space-time is. You're not sure how to activate it though. You step forward and like you look around, and when you step forward and nothing happens, you're
So
a little confused.
is the door? Because can I try to open the door to the cargo bay? Since I didn't actually do that last time.
Well, the power's down now, so
All right, the power's down.
So you can try manually opening it. There should be a manual override.
So
There generally is a manual override. So
yes, I will try to manually override it.
all right, because it's a tough switch to pull. I'm gonna ask you to make a fitness security check. Difficulty 1, not super hard.
Come on, dice, treat me nice. Well, they rolled on a flat surface.
Uh-oh.
Difficulty 1, you said?
Difficulty 1.
Okay, we're good. I got 1.
Okay.
Wait, no. No. I got 2.
2.
Okay,
Okay.
up to my security score.
Okay. So you
We got
gain
a
1 momentum. Yep. And you go over to the side panel, pull open the side, and there's like a little manual switch. You just pull down, and the door just goes psh, and just like opens up slightly. So you're gonna have to wrench it, the rest of it open.
Right.
But you look inside, and there is this. So on one side, you see, on the farthest end of the cargo bay, the hull is breached in, like this, like peeled in, and there's the hull, this like silver hull of a ship, and there's no Starfleet insignia because it's a Federation ship, not specifically Starfleet. But you can see the porthole window of a cockpit sitting in there. It seems to stretch up and then into the roof and past.
Can I identify what kind of ship it is? I will also step all the way into the door, by the way.
Okay. And you die. No.
Gee, thanks.
Make a.
I look around, I check what's right in front of my feet, and then I
Okay.
step all the way through the door.
Okay. So if you want to identify the ship itself, it would have to be a con check, unless you want someone else to make that check.
No.
I would like to make that check.
Dari looks at the ship and goes, ugh.
Yeah. All right. So
The
yeah,
captain
so
would like to peek in behind their security officer.
just whoop. Yeah. Make a
Scooby-Doo
reason
style.
con
Over
check.
the shoulder.
Oh, good. Not terrible at this.
What's the difficulty?
Oh, difficulty will be 2.
Check. All right.
How many?
So, So I have one success. And I got a natural 20.
Oh no!
Oh
All right.
boy.
Could I use momentum to fix that situation?
You can spend 2 to cancel out the complication. That's
We
the
only
most
have
you can
one,
do.
so that would give Avery a threat.
Oh no, you have 4 right now.
I have 4 momentum. Yeah.
Right, never mind. Yep.
So
I am okay with spending momentum to get rid of the complication in this moment.
Me too.
Everyone else cool? Yep.
Good with me.
We're gonna pretend that never happened.
Okay. You look, you, from what you can see, you know it's, just based on the size of the ship, it's probably at most, I think I said before, a scale 3. It's a little bit smaller than that. I'd say probably a scale 2, actually. That was a mistake on my end, but you can see the porthole view window out there, and it's there. It's like, if for player reference, if you know, it's sort of like a Danube runabout, but a little bit bigger than a Danube.
Okay.
So, and it's structured a little differently, but it does. From what you can see, there's at least silver hull and the porthole window. So.
And what does the rest of the cargo bay look like?
So it is trash, so to speak, because the impact through basically these shelves tossed them around. There's a bunch of like unmarked like plastic boxes and like barrels and stuff sort of laying haphazardly around. Yeah, that's about it.
No people.
No people. No creatures, no nothing.
Okay.
So I will gesture everybody in. Did we from Sitchloid get a pinpoint where the organic forms were on the ship?
I mean, we can do a sweep if you'd like, Daru.
I was just wondering if we already had it or if.
Okay.
You didn't
yeah,
get a
you said
specific
we did.
location, so.
Okay. So then, yes, I will turn to whatever doctor's closest to me and just say, could we try and pinpoint where that organic matter was that
Yeah, of
was
course.
found?
Yeah.
Okay. Make a reason science check. You'll be assisted with your tricorder.
Oh, what's the tricorder do?
I mean, that's what you're
What does the
using to
tricorder do?
scan.
I think it lets you make.
It lets you
It
make the check, but
Doesn't it
Oh,
reduce
okay.
the difficulty by 1 or something?
that's what I'm checking right now.
Yeah, I've never had to use the tricorder before, so I'm like, ooh.
I will lower the difficulty by 1 for
Oh,
you.
okay.
So it's going to be difficulty 1.
Okay. So that was reason science check.
Mm-hmm.
So I need to beat a 14. That's a 7 and an 11.
Okay.
Nice.
So it's 2 successes. Okay, 1
Yep.
momentum.
Yep.
All right. You detect you detect a corpse of a human body in the cockpit on the ship.
Okay. Assuming I've got some sort of security keeping an eye on me, I'm going to try and make a little bit of a beeline towards the ship and see if I can actually get in there and see if we can get any
Daru
more
is
clues
right
to...
in step with me.
Yeah, I thought so.
I am going to turn to Ensign Zook and direct them and to escort Dr. Zada and Dr. Kin to continue moving through this deck and the next 2 decks and see what crew members they can find and either escort to a place where there's not a compromised hull threatening their well-being, or whatever they need to do to render medical assistance.
Yes, sir.
So we'll keep Dr. Mabrin and Ensign Sol with us.
Okay.
Daru catches the eye of the ensign and gives the look that the ensign knows means be careful, be smart, don't die. Basically,
Aww.
is what the look means.
Yep, they nod at you, pull out their phaser, and
then
walk away.
Moves on to catch up to Mabrin.
Okay. All right, so you walk up. There's no obvious entrance. There's no oh my god, door to airlock sealed door to open. Not from this angle.
Right.
You could always try phasering your way through. It would take a while. But yeah.
And I'm assuming that's like a really, really durable glass, so I can't just try and smash my foot through it.
Oh no, this is glass able to this is
glass able to withstand
shuttle.
Space.
Yeah, shuttle shuttle glass, level glass.
Mm-hmm.
In Star Wars they call it transparent steel.
Yeah, it's transparent steel. Or it's transparent aluminum, which is actual Star Trek canon.
Yeah. Just to give you a bit of an idea of Mabrin's thought processes, I could just smash the window. No, that's not a good idea. All right, round it back. Fine.
To be fair, Daru had the same exact thought process.
You think about smashing the window,
no.
And then you think about the broken foot you're gonna get afterwards.
Yeah,
I'll be fine.
Can I
I'm not that
crew of jocks?
Yeah, we are.
Can I approach the
there's
shuttle?
No musical
and...
theatre directing for me on this ship. I'm sorry. Dr. Crusher, I love you, but no.
No. All right, you approach the ship.
Approach the shuttle and take a look and see how far into my ship has this ship gone. Is there any particular point where it's stuck and it's not going to come out?
I mean, it's not like it's sort of in there and you can just walk up to it and give it a good push and it'll come out. I mean, it's sort of... it's... I'm just trying to think of how to word this. It is not so far in that it's impossible to remove. It has not gone through, several levels of the decks. It's probably gone through, that on the other side of this... wall of the cargo bay is open space. So it has only gone through let's say there's several layers of the decks horizontally. It's only gone through one layer. And it's sort of the way it's sort of wedged in there, but if you can technically if Dave Evan were to do a bunch of combat rolls and stuff like that, it could theoretically dislodge itself.
So it's more the angle that it's at is keeping it in place rather than it's been impaled through with a piece of rebar and won't move.
No, it's nothing like that.
Okay. All right. Excellent. And can I peer in any windows?
You can sort of glance. You can sort of see the. You can sort of, if you step back and try to angle your head up, and look through the. You can look through the cockpit window. You can see the destroyed interior and you see a chair that is on its side a little bit, but back faced away from you, so you can't see if there's anyone sitting in it.
Does it look like a like, does the design of it look contemporary with the Gwen, or does it look older or newer?
Ooh.
It looks about...
And I'm willing to roll for any of these questions. I just...
Yeah. This might be like another Starship recognition roll. So I would ask for a reason con check.
I will not roll that same dice that I rolled before.
I will set this at 1 as well.
Reason con? Significantly better.
Good.
By which I mean no 20s. I have 1 success.
Okay. You can, judging by the age of the hull, the design of the hull's composition, everything like that, you can tell it's probably like a few years old. It's seen some just like maybe I'd say, to give you an exact number, yeah, or just to give you an eyeball number because you're sort of eyeballing this, like 4 or 5 years old.
Just wanted to make sure we weren't dealing with another time travel situation.
Right. Yeah, you've seen, and it's not like brand spanking new looking. It's seen some wear and tear.
We kind of are dealing with a time travel situation.
Well,
not a 12,000 year time travel situation, though.
No, just wow, that black hole developed real fucking quick. Kind of such.
Slightly different direction of time travel, which is something that you, Sigilla, can work on. Your homework that I didn't tell you about.
It's okay, I'm probably working on it already. Sigilla's an overachiever.
Alright. So it's a little weird to me that there is a civilian shuttle
Is it civilian?
out here. Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
It's Federation. You know, it's all you know. It's like when you scan the ship, it came. There was like a registry. It said Federation ship.
Okay.
Just immediately identified. If you want to research more about it, you can have Sigilla scan more, or have Sigilla run through databases, or have someone else run through databases and see what they can figure out. But
Except
also,
the power is out.
Yeah, the power is out.
Yeah.
I would like to, before we get too much further in, I would like to re-engage that relay of telephone from our position back up to the bridge. I'd just like to say, could you instruct Lieutenant Sigilla to do a little research on the intruding vessel?
That's to me.
That
Relay's
is,
up to you.
that will eventually make its way up to you.
Right. Relays up there.
Anything you can find on flight plans, on crew manifests.
So we got make and model number.
Pretty much.
You got the
VIN
VIN,
number.
and I want to know what you
right?
get from the
Exactly.
VIN. Yeah.
Check the
Okay.
Carfax.
Perfect.
Yeah, check
Cool.
the Carfax.
Let's
Ship
look their
facts.
Kelly Blue book listing up.
Oh, it's 11. Oh. Okay.
Damn. Why can't we ever get one of the decent APR
14
rating
recalls, really?
Ooh.
stuck in the side of our ship?
And
I
that
can't believe
done.
that. Okay. I just can't believe we just had a consistent bit about cars. I hate how old I feel.
That's what I'm doing here. That's what I'm
Listen,
doing
Car
here.
Talk is one of my favorite things on the face of
Oh,
the
I love
planet.
Car Talk.
Car
I'm
Talk's good.
the
So
type
good.
of I'm the type of queer who decided that I was going to build my identity around primarily straight guy hobbies. So here we are.
Here we are.
Nice.
Doing nothing but
That's
sport for
amazing.
cars. Give me a call.
I would like to try to see if there's a way to get into the ship without breaking
Yeah.
any bits of me.
Yeah.
And obviously, primary, is it safe? Secondary sort of goal is, can I find a black box? Can I find any sort of remnants of logs or anything that might tell us where these subspace creatures came from? Anything like that.
And how to avoid them.
Yes, and how to deal with them.
Okay.
So.
Before you do that, there is. I'm gonna spend 2 momentum.
Totally this.
Not 2 momentum, 2 threat. My bad. Sorry. Momentum's yours.
you're not-
Threat's mine.
I was gonna say we
No,
don't
I
have
like
that
the
much.
momentum one better.
Yeah, you could spend our momentum to do something good for us. Sure.
No, threat.
We might need it though.
Did you what did you do with the doors? Did you close them or did you leave them open when you
God.
walked in?
Oh,
Would have closed
God.
them.
You did? Okay.
I think. Oh shoot! I don't know. That was
So-
my gut instinct. That's
So,
Where
but
to go
yeah, yes. Mabrin, your tricorder starts beeping as you are detecting a sudden spike in Tetrion emissions. As behind you, this and you've detected where that fissure was as well because they pointed it out to you. This rip in space time, this rift, just sort of suddenly becomes visible. It's just this like light blue. Shining light that just expands slowly wider and wider and wider.
I have a quick question for the DM.
Okay.
For the GM. Because Lieutenant Scott moved us, did that rift stay stationary where it is within our ship?
Ooh.
Or did its location move relative to us?
It moves
Changing
relative.
orbit.
It moves relative with you.
Right.
but it's still in the cargo bay.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it is
Okay.
opening here. And yes.
Got it. If there's time, Daru is going to jump in front of Mabrin. Put themselves
And then
between
Mabrin
Mabrin
is
and the
immediately
creature.
going to shift you over to the side because Mabrin has a phaser now.
Watch out, Mabrin has a gun.
What do you have there? A gun?
Wait,
No!
No!
So I won't tell you about my bomb making days back in the Resistance then, huh?
Yeah, for the sake of my man Dave Evans' blood pressure, that might be for the best.
It's probably
Yeah.
a good thing that at the moment Situla and Mabrin are not friends. if only for
Oh gosh,
if only for our Exo's peace of mind.
Yes.
that's a thing. So Daru instinctively jumps in front of Mabrin. Mabrin is like, no.
They're so elbowing. Captain steps in
And
between
Daru
them.
sort of is like, oh, okay, right. You can
The
take
two
care of
jocks
yourself
having
to
a
a
jock
point.
off. We're in the corner here. Don't mind us.
So Daru will sort of try and get in a flanking position.
Okay.
The
Well,
creature between them and Mabrin. However much I can do before something pops off.
yeah.
Mhm,
Except there's no creature coming out. It's just this open rift.
Oh,
What do I hear?
You hear
Ooh.
Oh. You are not hearing that clicking sound. At least not in the current vicinity that you're in. So that means possibly that these creatures aren't here. Maybe something is reacting to your presence or something else. But you do hear this high-pitched whine, this shrill whining sound of a specific frequency that is just humming, emitting out from this rift.
I really kind of want to tune it like a radio to see if I can clarify any of that.
I love that.
but
please, you're
I'm not
picking up.
sure that that's gonna work.
I don't think I would ask you for a roll if there was something like I'm just gonna give you just to tell you as GM. This is like I don't think there's anything to get with this.
Don't bother.
Yeah, don't bother.
Daru is going to shoot a glance to the captain. Well, we're in EV suits, so that might be kind of hard to see. So
You kind of have to physically turn.
Be vocal. We had plans to go through this earlier, Captain. Is this what we're doing?
Can I pull out a tricorder and scan the rift?
Sure. Make a reason science check.
Excellent.
Difficulty 2.
Can I take a momentum for an extra die?
I was going
I'm
to say,
fine with
can
that.
you get assistance from anyone, or?
Yeah, if anyone of you want to assist.
That should not be me assisting with this roll.
Yeah, Mabrin, you can assist.
I will tell you that
Mabrin,
much.
would you like to assist me?
Yeah.
All right, yeah. So make a reason science check as well.
Okay. Which is a 14. I rolled a 5.
Nice.
Reason science. Oh, hey.
Yeah.
I rolled at my exact number.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I have 2 successes.
All right, so you gain more momentum. What are you at now, just for my reference?
4.
4? Okay.
Dang.
Okay. You scan it. You can definitely detect strong emissions of tetrions, and the fact that this is what is essentially, you called it a wormhole earlier. It's more like a subspace corridor, a very small like shunt in from the subspace dimension into this dimension. That seems to have another other end.
Daru really wants to go through the subspace corridor.
You get a lot of
Also,
disconcerted
Moon really
coming
wants to
from
go
your
through the
observer
subspace
there.
corridor. But
It's more like a
captain.
subspace shaft at this point. Just
So,
Don't say shaft.
last session,
Oh god. Oh no! Avery!
I'm sorry.
How very dare. I meant like mine shaft, okay? I'm Welsh. I'm allowed to say that.
so from what I remember from 18 years ago when we last played, I think we were assuming that the subspace corridor went between this cargo bay and the interior of the vessel.
Yes.
Did we?
That was what I had thought at that point.
That's what you assumed.
That's what we assumed.
Oh, have we got like a fire hose or something?
I don't have a read on where it lets out.
Where it ends up.
Yeah.
You want to spend a momentum.
I would like to spend a momentum to figure out where this thing goes. Yeah.
Yes, please.
It seems to
I'd also
enter.
like
It
that
seems to
very much.
exit somewhere in the ship.
Okay.
Which ship?
The ship.
Not
goes-
Gwen.
The not Gwen.
The vessel.
Not Gwen. Okay.
We never got the name of it from Sigilla when Z did the scan, so.
Yeah.
So
I agree
number
with-
8H,
you had to-
you are...
send the VIN number to me through telephone, and I probably had to like unscramble some of
Such
the
a
numbers.
bad idea. Oh my gosh. That is
Oh, it's the
beautiful.
worst.
something you never want to
Worst
have
game
to
of
do.
telephone. There's just a
I will-
sweating ensign on like deck 4 that's like on like deck 12 going, oh no, please.
7,
Was
6,
that a
2,
five or
5.
was that
Oh
a-
no, shit.
I love
Try
the
again.
idea
Yeah.
of like me and Situla crouched over a desk like we're doing a Sudoku puzzle or something like that, but really high stakes.
Yes. I love that image.
Yes. I love
We're
it.
like, surely between the two of us, we should be able to solve this math issue.
Bold of you to assume.
I will gesture towards the subspace corridor and nod at Daru.
Alrighty.
Oh my god.
Daru is going through the subspace corridor.
You guys
Hey.
were looking for a way into the ship, man.
If there's a Bajoran version of crossing oneself, that's what Madeline does.
You like clutch
There
your
must be
earring for
some
a
such
second,
thing.
and you're just like, oh, profits.
You've seen
Right.
me do it enough times.
You
it's sort of
try
just catch
to,
on
but you're in an
people.
EV soon, so you just kind of like hit
You're
yourself
like-
in the side of the head.
Hit the helmet.
I love the idea that like
It's
there
like
are
I can't
perhaps
touch my
some
ear for the paw. It's not fun.
alien species on this ship who don't necessarily know what the hell I'm doing when I do that. So they're just like, oh, that's just some weird superstition.
That's just what these
Dave.
humanoids do.
That's just what
Who
Dave
knows?
does.
Dave
That's
does.
I'm not saying I'm
Dave.
never ever going to pick it up, but it's not at that point yet. It will get to it. Like 3 years, 4 years into this journey, I will start crossing
Here's
myself
this
like Dave
work.
Scott. But
No one has any idea why. It's just like, you're right.
We're gonna be like
Yeah.
a week from returning to Earth, and the entire
Everyone-
bridge crew is gonna see something come up on the screen, and everyone
Just-
at the same time in unison is just.
Oh,
I would pass out. I would literally pass out on the spot. I would be like, I have to go.
That would be
Excuse
incredible.
me. I have an important
someone
matter to
says,
attend to.
Anyway,
so what happens?
But
What happens?
You
Daru
step
goes
through-
the
you
subspace
step-
corridor.
through the subspace corridor, and that is where we're gonna go on a break. We're gonna go on a quick break. Just
Just to be
10
clear,
minutes.
Daru goes first, then Captain, then Matt.
Okay. Okay.
okay.
Oh, good. That is the order Daru would have wanted.
Okay. We will be right back in probably at like 36. We'll be back just then. So we'll see you in 10 minutes.
Bye.
And we're back. Welcome back.
Hello!
Hey.
All right. So last we left off, the three chuckleheads decided to step through subspace portal. So you
The
step
three
inside.
jocks left the one brain cell on the deck.
Whoops.
And
Yep.
the one brain cell is doing Sudoku, I guess.
Yes.
Situla
One
and I are
brain cell,
currently
the one
sharing the
brain
brain
cell
cell
with
to do
number.
Sudoku.
There was a lot just then. What was that?
That was a lot that was just said.
Everybody repeat your jokes one at a time.
Well, I said that Situla and I are sharing the brain cell to do really important Sudoku.
Yes.
Bold of you to
Is
assume
what
that if
it is.
Situla was down here, that they wouldn't be immediately following us into the subspace portal as well.
Oh, I'm
You're the only
sure.
person on
See-
this ship that wouldn't.
See, obviously would.
Yeah, Z would. For
No
science, of
question.
course.
Sorry.
Yeah.
There.
Yep.
All right. So as you step in, you feel your body being pulled forward, and you are suddenly in this
Oh.
small. You are in this small like room where darkness is just. You can only see about a couple feet ahead of you, and there is just.
Okay.
You can sort of see each other, but you're all sort of bathed in this almost monochromatic light. And from what behind you is the open portal you just came from. On the other side, about I'd say 10-15 feet away, is another portal. It seems to be closed right now, but as soon as you enter, it starts to flicker and open.
So,
Oh, no.
is this hallway the ship?
You seem to be in some sort of interstitial space.
Okay, that's nice ship to progress then. I will go through the other portal, unless the captain says otherwise.
I want to do a tricorder scan real quick.
Okay.
Yeah.
You get in here and you start to hear that clicking sound. Like,
Oh, no.
So, first thing, second security officer definitely followed us through.
yes.
And both of us are very aware of our surroundings, checking everything, especially when the clicking sounding starts.
Okay. Do you it's very disorienting being in here because you can only see so far, and the blackness of the distance looks like it's miles away, but also right in front of your face,
Right.
and it's a little
Right.
disorienting. It feels like reality in here is like works by different rules in here. That clicking
Right.
sound seems to be pervasive. It is everywhere, and it seems to be getting closer to you. If you want to do a tricorder scan, you have like one chance to do so.
I would like to, at the very least, do like a really quick like GoPro recording of this,
Just like, oh, we'll read it later.
because I'm
Yeah.
gonna feel bad that Sigilla didn't go on this field trip with us.
Oh, Captain!
Okay.
And, like, I can't treat one of my children differently because I'll just like I feel bad.
Right. So you can easily turn your tricorder on and just have it just do a passive scan for now, and then keep it running for now.
Yeah.
And
I
then
would
just-
like to.
Yeah.
We'll keep going.
Oh, while you're
Yeah.
recording, I could do the scan because I also have a tricorder.
Okay.
Which time we have to wait.
Make a
That was not Daru.
make a
It was
reason
Weed's
science
internal
check.
dialogue, sorry.
What was that, Avery? Sorry?
Reason science check. This is going to be difficulty.
Reason science. Oh. Okay. So reason science is a 14. That's a 16 and a 10. So one success.
So one success. Not enough, unfortunately. So you managed to
Nope.
open up your tricorder, but you are just getting garbled information. It is like
Just
the tricorders
shit.
being overwhelmed
Right.
by information that you can't sort out. And as soon as you like start doing that, there's it seems that like you sort of are in their home turf now, and these creatures sort of appear just sort of out of the darkness right in front of you. They all are gonna, one of them is gonna come straight at you, Daru. So make a contested
Dice, do not fail me now. Dice.
let me pull up.
Time for some Daru punching time. Not
Some
punching
moonjutsu.
Daru, but Daru punching things.
Say that again, Captain. What was that?
Moon
I
Jujitsu.
didn't-
Moon
What?
Jujitsu.
I don't think it was Kai. Someone said that.
Oh, someone said Moon Jujitsu.
It was me.
Oh, okay.
It was Rue.
Thought it was Kai.
Time for some subspace jujitsu.
Someone
Except
referenced
jujitsu.
our only meme.
Yes.
Alright.
Assuming my hand-to-hand combat applies.
Oh, yes. This site. Roll 20. Come on, roll 20. Come on, work. Alright, fuck it. I'm just gonna make it up.
Fitness security?
No. Daring security.
Right. It's the same exact score. And this is contested.
Yep.
I have cautious security. Do we want to spend a die? I mean, a momentum to get me an extra die and the chance for a reroll?
Yeah. I don't want Daru to get eaten by a not dog.
Thank you, because I rolled a 20.
Ooh.
Woohoo!
Oh my god. Okay.
So I got a 5, which is 2, and an 8, and a 6.
Nice.
Okay.
Thank you for letting me reroll that net 20.
Alright, 1 second. Sorry, I'm just finally got the sheet up. So daring, security. No, these. Alright, yeah, these not dogs whiff really hard. You get a
They
solid
were aiming at
strike
your
on them.
reflection.
Yeah. they go for you, but they severely underestimate you.
Of
And
course.
it leaps up at you, and it seems to like leap up with like. It's not like it used its legs to leap. It kind of just like lifted off the ground and just hovered towards you. Just like, yeah. So roll damage.
By how many did Daru
All right, because we would get
murder these folks?
momentum for the difference between
So
the two
difficulty
rolls.
is 1, and how many successes did you get?
I got
3,
4.
isn't it?
So you gain 3 momentum.
Four.
But it's not
my
based
God.
on the difficulty, it's based on
They
whatever
got no
you
successes.
rolled.
They got no successes.
they got none. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
So we got 3.
Oh my god.
So we're at 5
Time
momentum.
to roll 6 challenge dice. 7 challenge dice. And I'm very excited.
Daru cast fist.
I did get 2 4s.
Super effective.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Oh my god. 1, 2, 3.
Because I have vicious stew with my fists.
Nice.
Yeah.
If we want to spend momentum, I could re-roll the 2 4s, but I don't think it's necessary.
I mean, you are pretty close to killing this thing just 1 punch. Or not killing, but taking this thing out 1 punch.
Incapacitating. I'm fine punching it again.
Okay. Alright. So it screeches as
So now
you...
it's my turn to attack.
Yeah, so it runs up and like you are like face to face with this thing, this toothy maw just sort of clamping down at you, and you just manage to shove it and just like pummel it into the ground as you it
Oh my god.
whimpers and chitters as it thing. Yeah. So yeah, there's a few more. There's probably more in that you can't see right now, just from the clicking sounds you can
Right.
hear. But it is your turn. All
I
three of you's turn,
am-
so.
just
whoever wants to go
going
first.
to say, we should get out as fast as we can.
Yeah, I was about to say the same thing.
Let's go. Keep moving.
Is there a way of collapsing this portal?
We don't want to do that.
Let's not collapse it until we get back to our
I
ship,
mean, not
please.
now, but just as we're running, I'm just asking the question. I'm just throwing it out there.
When we return to the Gwen, we'll have Lieutenant Brosy throw up a subspace containment field. No one will be able to get through it.
Okay.
So, how does this work in terms of, like, can all three of us get through the other portal before this dog attacks us again? Should I take my turn to incapacitate the dog?
You can all move. I think you can move as a minor action.
Okay.
Let me check.
Yes, I think that's right.
Minor action. Move within medium range. Disallowed if hostiles are in reach.
This hostile is within reach.
Okay. So I will attack the hostile.
Okay. Alright. So difficulty 1.
Do you want me to take a third die?
Yes.
Okay. Do not roll a 20, please. That is a 1 and 2 2s.
Wow.
Oh my god.
I am going to take a picture of this.
So that's 2,
Because
4, 6 successes?
that is 6 successes.
Compared to their 2. They rolled a nat 1. But the
So
is 2.
we get 4 more
That's
momentum.
close.
So we have 2 floating momentum right now.
Nice.
I just want to preserve that.
Yeah, I want to see how much you. I just want to see how much damage you do, because you really only need to do 2 damage to this thing. So.
Oh, that's way better. 2, 4,
Like, a whole
6,
subspace.
8, 10.
10.
Nice.
God, you obliterate this thing.
I got 2 2s. And
How do you do this? To quote a show that we're not referencing.
I don't know enough about martial arts to give this a cool description, but it's, to quote the same show, dope monk shit.
Dope monk shit? Okay.
Nice, nice.
I just, yeah, it looks cool.
Nice.
But I don't know the terminology.
You do a cool spin, and a nice kick, and it just goes flying into the darkness and just does not come
My
back.
brain is just that joke from the Avengers where it's like, I have an army. Yeah, I have Daru.
I have a Daru.
Yep, basically,
Yes.
that's the story of the Gwen. And then we presumably all run through the portal.
Yes. Okay.
Unless
Yes.
there are more hostiles.
They are quick on your heels, but they you manage to squeeze through the portal, and you run out, and you emerge in this dark, pitch black room. I assume you all have flashlights on your EV suits so you can see. Some kind of laboratory. And you are inside. You are inside what seems to have been some kind of cage.
Oh, joy.
That has now been, it seems to have been what was once probably some kind of containment field that has now gone down.
Right.
Oh, we're having
Can I
words
do-
with whoever owns this facility.
Can I do a
It might not be a lie.
look around? Are there any other containment units? Like, was this like mass animal testing, or was it like this one unit, the one cage that we came into?
So far, it seems there's one here. There's about 2 more about to your right, down a ways.
And can I see anything in them?
They both are down and they're both empty.
Is it a logical... Well, never mind. There's no good way to answer that question.
I would like to have my tricorder out, and I'd like to take a step out into the room. And I would like to look for any life signs or signs of organic former life signs.
Okay.
Organic beings.
Make a reason science check. This is difficulty 1.
Fuck it up, Captain.
I do not have any focuses that would apply, but I rolled a 2, so I have 1 success.
Okay. So you're not detecting any life signs. You are detecting the trace amounts of petrions. That seems to be like dissipating a little bit. And as you look behind you, the portal the rift just seals up behind you.
What's the theme song for Curbing Enthusiasm?
Bum,
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 bum.
There it is.
Yeah, as the 3 jocks land themselves on the other side of a portal in goodness knows where in this universe, with no idea on how to get back, right?
Yep. Sounds
Yep.
about right.
Yep!
So we're in a laboratory.
Mm-hmm.
Are there any computers in this laboratory?
Computer.
There are. They are not powered. They're also hang on, let me describe the room as well while we do this. So it is.
Please describe to me what I am about to loot.
Yes. So it is thoroughly trashed. You can see laboratory equipment sort of strewn about. Lots of it like completely destroyed. There's shattered glass everywhere. What seems to have been containers of some liquids and various things. There is. Let's see. There are several data pads sort of strewn about, as if, like, it looks like a hurricane came through here because, obviously, when the ship ran into the Gwen, things went flying. So, but there are a few data pads everywhere. So if you want to,
I would like to pick those up, please.
okay, you pick one up. You can make a control security check.
Oh,
This
good.
is
I'm
sort
very
of like
good at this.
This is sort of like a seek or a investigation action.
Can you guess the password?
Can you get the password? The password is.
I feel like that would be
not
more
known.
of a reason security.
Difficulty 0, actually. I'll let you, even though you have.
Oh, wow.
I got 2 successes.
All right, so you gain 2 momentum.
We have 2 floating momentum because Daru
You're
filled
already
us
full
up.
Wow.
Yeah, we were full up when Daru got 6 successes.
Yeah.
And we never
So-
used that overflow momentum.
Well, that's true.
So
you
We
find
have
immediately.
all the floating momentum.
You find it immediately. This data pad just like you push a few buttons and just it sparks to life. It's a little flickery, but it's on. And it seems to be a personal research log of a Dr. Al-Haytham.
How'd you spell
could you
that, sorry?
spell that for me
Sure.
in
So, lowercase al dash Haytham. Al-Haytham. Al-Haytham. Gosh. Al-Haytham. And this log seems to have been.
I'm really
earlier-
enjoying how the captions are rendering this.
better than Obra.
Yep. Oprah Christian.
Okay.
Wow.
There's a few logs in here. There's a log from earlier today, and a couple older logs that you sort of have to sift through. That seems she's been keeping like periodic scientific notes, recording herself of her experiments.
Awesome.
I'll let you ask your questions, or if there's anything else you want me to read. If you want to read
This
any of
isn't a
them.
momentum spend question, but glancing through the pads, is the captain able to tell that what was in the cages was these subspace beings? Or was it something else? Is that, or does that have to be a momentum spend question?
Well, let me read a log for you. This is part of your one of the things that I happen to write some of these down. So you hear a woman's voice come through this one log, and it says, "Experiment 130 Alpha, testing the cohesiveness of the subject's form in normal space." And there's a sound of a device being activated, and then that clicking sound, that just the, and then this hard screaming from one of the creatures. And she goes, interesting. Subject can survive in normal space, but is in clear distress. This is the third subject to display this behavior, and she's sort of cut off by this sound of something clawing against a hard surface. Oh, and you hear footsteps, something of her picking something up, and this shrill whirring sound, that same whirring sound you were hearing coming from that subspace corridor portal, Captain. And the clicking and the clawing stops. And then she says, "Anyway, subjects seem to need to return to their native subspace plane or to survive like fish out of water. Or whales, perhaps. I don't know. End log." And she...
You know what? I think the knot dogs, if they ate the people who are on this ship, I don't think that we should be mad at them for that.
Too bad. Yeah.
No.
You know,
I would support that.
there was no ethics review board happening.
No. Can we tell which organization's funding this? Which species?
I mean, this is...
Like, is this human? Is this Earth? I mean, it's Federation, yes, but where in the Federation?
I don't know if
I'm gonna be honest.
That. Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. That's not an immediate concern for me. That is after we're done here, we can.
That's the problem.
Have strong
but
words
Rue
with people.
wants to know.
Kai also wants to know because Kai has some questions.
Yep.
But for the two floating momentum, my first question is, well, I guess before I ask my momentum spends, would my questions all pertain to just what's on this pad or what's on across?
I'll say this is going to be like a culmination of you searching this laboratory.
Okay.
So it can be anything like that.
First question. Are there like SIM cards or whatever that I can pocket so I'm not carrying a stack of I want to take these with us.
You can download the data to your tricorder.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I would like to do that.
Yes, if you can.
Question number 2.
Data rods, baby.
Oh yeah, and there's isolinear chips as well, which you could grab, but...
I was an art major. It's all the same thing to me. I don't know words. And then second question, do I get a sense from looking through this that all of the containment units were being used for the same type of creatures?
It seems they were used for different types of creatures.
And was Dr. Al-Hatham working on multiple different types of creatures at the same time, or...
So here's what I'll tell you, and this will be the last thing we do for tonight. Based on reading the logs, and you can scroll all the way to the beginnings of her logs, and some of them they're a mix. They're a mix of professional scientific logs and a lot of personal like logs. The most earliest one talks about her disgruntledness, her dissatisfaction with the Daystrom Institute and its current binding rules and how restrictive they are for certain types of practices that she would like to do. She wants, so she is a
Just looking at Vico's face.
She's primarily
I wish I could see Vico's face.
Me too.
I'm just remembering the month where I had to take a full module on scientific ethics, and then I had to submit everything I wanted to do to a full review board, even though it would to make sure that my survey was not going to cause college students undue distress. And Alexem is like, I'm gonna go out into space and torture some knot dogs.
Yeah.
I feel bad describing them like the Boston Dynamics horror show because I feel bad for them now.
Which is why I've been calling them the knot dogs the whole time.
Yeah. She
Anyway, sorry.
Yeah, and she talks about how she was unjustly discharged from the Daystrom Institute, and how she had...
Sure, Jan.
Yeah.
Sure.
She acquired a Federation ship, like a civilian ship, and sort of went rogue and just took off into the Shackleton Expanse to do her own research.
What a twat.
Yeah, her latest log...
Sorry. Sorry, that was really violent.
It's true.
I wouldn't consider that the worst thing we've ever said on this channel, so...
No, but here's the thing, I meant it.
I mean, it was a...
Queers Guild hates scientists who don't obey the ethics review board.
Perfect. That's our biggest pet peeve around here.
Queers Guild hard stance. Fuck evil scientists.
It's our berserk button.
Yeah. So
Yep.
the last thing that her logs say is she's upset because she thought she would have peace out here because there's a Federation ship out here now. There's a Starfleet ship out here now investigating near where she's studying, and she's trying to keep low and stay low. And that's the last log.
Well, how did that work for you, Doctor?
Yeah. And I think, unless there's anything else you want to do, this might be a good point to stop for tonight. If there's any other questions you had that are pertinent right now, but...
The only question I have is, would it be reasonable for us to spend some of our excessive momentum to have Lieutenant Bersey get the power back up?
She can try and roll.
That would be nice.
So you have to do a new roll because the jury rig went down.
Yeah.
So. Okay. She did spend her. No, she did spend her thing for the engines. So is it okay if I take a momentum or two?
Yep. Take a momentum.
Okay. Do this one. Alright. This is gonna be difficulty 4. He has focuses in this, and
Ooh.
control engineering, which is for her. And this will be the
So
last
for
one,
her
right?
to take 2 dice, that would be 3 momentum total, right?
Yes.
I'm willing to.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she's good. She's really good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 successes. So gain 2 momentum
So
back.
that
Whoa.
2 back. So we end
She's
on
good
5
at what
momentum.
she does. She's good at what she does. All right, and as everyone on who's still on the Gwen, the power just back up again, and you get a hail, basically to the entire bridge crew. She's like, got it working. I don't know how long she'll hold up, but she's up.
Do we hear that?
Yes, you hear that because you are within proximity. So.
Excellent.
Right.
I was going to say, we're still on the Gwen, we're just also on another ship on the
Yeah,
Gwen.
she's also on another ship. Yeah.
There's a very
It's
interesting-
kind of a turducken situation.
Like matryoshka doll ship
Yeah.
situation happening here.
Okay. So we'll pick up again with you exploring the rest of this ship next time. Thank you so much for watching. If you're still with us, thank you so much. We'll see you again tomorrow for some video games and Saturday for more TTRPGs. We're going to have World of Wildware, hopefully.
I'm so excited.
So,
Hell
I'm
yeah.
so excited.
Yeah. And then come back 2 weeks from today and with more of this shit. I don't know why I just got so vulgar with that, but yeah, more Star Trek.
Aggressive.
You're the one who makes the evil
Really
scientist.
why I
proud.
never.
I'm also the one who made the evil scientist. So, alright, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time. Stay safe, stay happy,
Yeah.
stay queer. Bye-bye.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye.